Yes.
So this brings us to the part of the event where I'd like to introduce to you our entertainment. Some of you have seen him before, some of you have not. I've been told to ask for, is everybody over 18? Okay, just checking, I've been told to ask. So feel free to, well, I don't think he likes heckling, but you could heckle if you feel like it. So I'd like to introduce the man that does not need. I'm sorry. Barry, does the volume go up?
It does go up.
The man who needs no introduction, Barry Kaufman.
We win! Is it loud enough? Louder? How about now? How about now? The people in the front are going deaf. I'd like to open up with a song that I've written for this occasion. Gotta get the music going. There we go. Whoa, hold on a second. I'm not, you're right. You're right, Suzanne. There we go. Think like a customer, drive improvement, do the right thing, create a positive environment. Doverco core values are they? We wrote them up, not once but twice, made them tougher to recall and rewrite. Doverco core values are they? We tell them when we hire, Stefan's putting them on Facebook. I know I represent them, but I can't recite them without a look. Think like a customer, drive improvement, do the right thing, create a positive environment. Doverco core values are they? Let's have fun at this party. I enjoy working for you. Sing this song with me if you remember them too. Think like a customer, drive improvement, do the right thing, create a positive environment. Doverco core values are they? Don't make me sing again. Don't. All right, happy holidays, or as we call it here at Doverco, happy end of year. You know, we like to remain generic. In March, it's too bad Daniel's not here, but Daniel Farmer. But in March, I performed for Doverco for our BHAG, and one thing I noted is that there remained one member of all the general managers that had a full head of hair, and now with the hire of Daniel Farmer, it's complete. Yes. And I hear there's now a contest next year who has less hair. I think we're moving towards that. You know, if you're like me, you know, I try to keep my shows organized. It's very hard to remember things all the time, and I apologize if I mess things up. So, but there's a few things that I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about things that are I'll say are dear to me. Probably some of you have this as well. I'm going to talk about apnea. I'm going to talk about married sex, and then I'm going to talk about insomnia. All right. But first, before I do that, I would like to talk about the holidays. And in terms of the holidays, if your holidays are anything like mine, right, it's a time for family fighting, right? Nothing brings our family together like the holidays and disputes. And it's come to the point in my family that my wife and I get really upset when we find out someone's not coming, okay? Because that bastard got out of it, okay? Everyone else is fighting. Now, moving on to keeping it to the holidays. It's a time for gifts. And there's a lot of people with young children here, right? Great. I know that people with young children who have to buy gifts for young children, you're all worried about safety, right? Is it too sharp? Is it too hot, right? Does it have a seatbelt? These are all the worries that parents have. I grew up what I like to call in the golden era of toys, right? The golden era of toys that could kill you, really. Back in the day, and I know many of you can remember these things, chemistry sets, right? That was a very big gift. We used to get chemistry sets when we were not teenagers, single digits. In this chemistry set was arsenic, bleach. The experiment guide was like a how-to of chemical warfare. And then guns. I used to love getting guns. I'm sure many of you did. Guns, knives. But, the guns, BB guns, right? They used to run around the street for a while and shoot BBs at people till they ran out and your parents wouldn't buy them anymore. Air rifles. I loved air rifles. And parents thought, oh, it's innocuous. It's just going to shoot air. No, not if you put a rock inside it, right? But my all-time favorite for people who like to put things, who like to make their own ammunition, right? If a real do-it-yourselfer, the potato gun, okay? Someone remembers the potato gun. I couldn't tell you how many potato guns have been shot at my head, okay? By my brother mainly, but neighbors. My brother didn't care. It's like, it's my brother, my brother's a target. It's okay. Moving on to apnea, does anyone suffer from apnea? Or reality, does anyone suffer with someone who has apnea? Because the person with apnea, they're not suffering. One time, my wife has apnea. One time I was considering, if I put a pillow on her head, right, will she die? Because I don't want to have those problems. But my wife suffers from apnea. And the thing with apnea is, there's three possibilities. One is incredible snoring. It's like unheard of. It's inhuman snoring, okay? Secondly is, no, it's not true. Julien, is there a problem back there? Am I touching a nerve? It's okay. Okay. It's not that bad?
Your wife snoring?
Well, I want to know, I want to know how you hear my wife snoring. So there's the snoring. She has narcolepsy, so I can have a conversation with her. Like, she's watching TV, I'm watching TV, we're talking about the show, we watch a minute, I'm telling you, we watch a minute, I turn over, and I turn to her and I ask her a question, no answer. 30 seconds later, just a loud snore. And then finally, the worst, I think this might be the worst thing, the mask. There's nothing creepier than waking up in the middle of the night, bleary-eyed, and you look over and it's like Darth Vader's just sitting there. It's like, so apnea gets pretty bad, but I'm gonna move it along, because that's what comedians do. And I would like to talk about married sex. It's not like, there's young people here, there's older people here, okay? Married sex is not like young person sex, okay? Young person sex, there's a lot of work, okay? There's a lot of work for young person sex, okay? I don't want to embarrass you, okay? But, it's like, there's foreplay, there's all sorts of things you have to worry about. I'm like, doing it right. Married sex, completely different, okay? We have a few basic things in married sex. First of all, if you have kids, right? If you have kids, the TV's got to be on, right? It's got to be louder than the loudest person in the room, okay? It's got to be on, okay? Now, if you really want to get your lady in the mood, serial killer TV show, okay? For some reason, that is like aphrodisiac. I don't know why, okay? The more gruesome, the better. And then it's real simple, right? It's real simple. It's like a kiss on the neck, a kiss on the cheek, action. That's it. You don't need much else, okay? Anyone in the room saying, oh, no, it's not like that. Liars, okay? Liars. And considering no one's yelling, right? I'm going to say you all agree. If she's up, sure. She's fallen asleep on the phone with people. Like, she's talking to a friend, and she once fell asleep. She falls asleep in the middle of a TV show. She fell asleep lying on her side with the remote control in her hand, fast forwarding or rewinding. Her finger was on the rewind and she fell asleep. I was like, I took a picture of it. It was unheard of. And finally, you know, I'm going to talk about insomnia because insomnia brings it all together. I suffer from insomnia. Anyone else? Anyone else? Woo. Insomnia, yeah. Woo, woo, insomnia! I'm up all night, yay! Shauna, you look very angry back there.
I'm tired.
But you are like angry tired.
I just have no trouble sleeping, so
You have no trouble sleeping?
Nope.
I have no trouble sleeping in the middle of the day.
I have trouble getting solid sleep and not being interrupted by children or other things. But
It's nothing. It's nothing. I just sit up all night. And while I'm sitting there, you know, you take out a book, right? You read the book a bit. You know, then you start watching TV. You look at your phone. You're doing all these things, still not sleeping, right? Of course, you know, you can read the book. They'll say, oh, you shouldn't even be doing some of these things. But you're doing it anyways. And then, for some reason, hours later, after waiting, I realized sex will put me to sleep. I'm like, this is what I need, okay? I need it. So, you know, my wife, of course, she's not sleeping through the night either. She's waking up, falling asleep, waking up. You know, I look over to her. She's not wearing her mask. Okay? This is great. Now I have a chance, okay? So I wait for her to wake up and, you know, lean in, you know, TV's on, put it on the right show, right? You know, nothing like Manson or something like that. Just, you know, kiss her on the neck, kiss her, she's awake, kiss her on the cheek. It's all good. I rip off my boxers, I roll over. You know what? I'm surprised. I'm surprised here right now. And that is, you know, I planned this whole thing with Suzanne heckling me. Jimmy, if it was that easy, Jimmy, I think you just got promoted to upstairs, okay? Suzanne, I was expecting you to heckle me. I wrote a song for you. Should we hear you? Should we hear the song? What? On my. Is this a religious thing or something like that? You're not tall enough. You don't have to stand. You don't have to stand. You just have to laugh. That's it. It's simple. It's going to take me 20 minutes to work the computer here, okay? Please. It's not your fault. No, nothing's your fault, Susan. Oh, by the way, I just remembered, I'd like to announce my retirement, right? 3,375 days from now, okay? March 17th, 2033. I'm out of here, okay? No, HR is going to call me up and say, Barry, we need that in writing. Why am I afraid that an ad's going to pop up in a second? You know, there was Mark Dover and Stefan and Julien and Shauna, Paula from Kilotech, and someone from Prisma. But do you recall the most famous person of all? Boy, I'm off key. Suzanne, the inside sales rep, was loudest heckler there. And if you ever heard it, you would roll your eyes and glare. All the hired comics tried to joke and share with others. That didn't stop old Suzanne from making it all about her. But Suzanne is a fun sport, and she likes to talk to me. She'll usually just come by and say, Berinsky, ça fait pas d'allure! Suzanne, I really love you. You make my working fun. Suzanne, the inside sales rep. Please keep your volume down. Shh. you all very much. Happy holidays to everybody.
Yeah, we have. Oh, you have a video going. Thanks, Barry. That was great. A lot of fun. Barry will be doing private singing for you whenever you want. But you know, he came and reminded me that a couple of years ago he said his BHAG was to perform and get paid. And you know, okay, I love to help people achieve their BHAG. So, Barry, they don't make a dollar bill anymore. Well, we did frame a I did frame a $5 bill, and here it is, Barry.
Finally!
I should have taped another 30 cents of the interest in the back.
Thanks a lot, Mark.
Don't forget the taxes on it, Barry.
Yeah.
Harry, don't forget to put it in student
Hold on.
law.